Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Legacy Velocitron Speedia 500 Collection Road Rocket. We'll go her off to the side real quick and take a look at the box, which yes, it is a Velocitron Deluxe box, so it's nice and blue and bits of purple with the Cybertron, or Velocitron logo thing, from Cybertron. Yeah, that's where I'm going. And you got the Road Rocket here, posing, looking cool, ninja-like, Legacy and all that stuff. You got, of course, the bike mode up here, and on top here you have a picture of the bike mode. On the side you have an extension of that picture and some Cybertronian. On the side you have an up close shot of Road Rocket. On the bottom you have what's included and some copyrights, and on the back here you have some more copyrights and warnings and some product shots. Yeah, G2 Universe Road Rocket. And of course you got the instructions, which are pretty straightforward, and there you go. Anyway, Road Rocket. Road Rocket is a repaint of Prime RC from Legacy, and yep, it is just in red instead of blue, and yeah, that's pretty much it. With some blue, highlight details, but yeah, it's mostly red. Some silver in here and whatnot. Yeah, you can see all that stuff. Some black as well, because some bits of motorcycles are black, turns out. Hey, what do you know? But yeah, you got the handlebars. You got the nice lights picked out. The translucent windshield. Yeah, wheels with nice silver and red on them. And there, right there too, you can see the head peeking through the bottom and all that stuff. You got the blue and nice shiny blue here and all this. So you got the red for the gas on the gas tank and everything, and it just looks generally pretty good. Yep. And of course you have the little kickstand here, which can move up and all that stuff, and rolls pretty darn well. Though of course if you let go, well, it's a motorcycle. What do you think is going to happen? Unless, yeah, didn't have quite enough momentum, but yeah. You can do all that. Looks nice. Pretty darn good. It's pretty much, the motorcycle mode is pretty much identical in shape. They didn't really make any major retoolings here from the RC version. It's pretty much the same size and shape and everything. It does, of course, come with the same exact weapon too, which is this translucent blue disc thing. But this one has got a little painted, like a shuriken in the middle, so it looks like a ninja star and all that stuff. Because yeah, this is the original. You can see very different shades of blue, and this one has paint. This one does not. And like before, you can store two different ways. You pop it apart and either go ahead and peg it onto the sides right here, like that. If you want to do it like that, that's one way to do it. Or the other way, which I prefer for storage of anything, kind of as fins or whatever on the back here on this bit. It just feels to me a little more closer to a natural motorcycle shape, I guess. But regardless, that's the thing. Go ahead and put these back together and put it off to the side for now. Anyway, comparison real quick. Just one real quick one here. She is with Prime RC. Yeah, like I said, functionally the same motorcycle, just different paint apps. That was a little crooked. Yeah, functionally the same motorcycle. Only thing is with this one, you don't have to put the front end on before you it doesn't. It's all one piece in the box because it's packaged in alt mode. Yeah, you can pretty much see it's pretty much more or less the same alt mode throughout, for better or for worse. I wish they did some remolding like up here just to differentiate, like maybe a single headlight instead of a dual headlight, but it is what it is. And of course, to Transformer, and this time we actually go this way because from vehicle to robot, because we went to the opposite with the last one. So anyway, Transformer. Yeah, that's the other thing was before I get to that, Road Rock is a girl now apparently. Cool, I'm cool with that. Anyway, transformation. Of course, put the kickstand up. Take these flaps and just move them forward like that. Untab and move it forward like that, and go ahead and move that up a little bit out of the way. Split the rear tire. This one actually pegs together real solid, so it can be a bit of a chore. But yeah, split the rear tire and bring the legs out like this. Bring it out like that, and then go ahead up here and untab this, flip the toe out, move this up, and this bar will go in and kind of click into place on the leg. And then do that. Maybe I'm going to show you. You untab the foot from the rod, move the toe out, flip this up, and then bring this up into the leg like so. And there you go, that's the legs done. And what you do here is then you split the arms like this, and then come around to this side and bring this back like this, and then go ahead and take the arms and move them up and click them into place. It's going to be a bit of a soft click. Like that, click those into place. Bring this down. Bring the legs down like this. Actually, bring this up like that first, like that. Then bring the legs down. Doing it backwards. Then go ahead and rotate here. And then this is something I screwed up on RC, which is, I think I complained about this, which how loose the waist was, so you tend to flop over. No, you keep pushing. I didn't push hard enough. I was afraid I'd, because yeah. You push and it'll click, and that will lock the waist pretty well so it doesn't, bend backwards. I did not realize with that, or so I kind of complained about that, so complaint rescinded, I guess. Yeah, go ahead and bring the arms down and bring them forward like this, and slide the forearm guards up. Kind of slide up. It's not really slide, but they kind of very shallow double hinge there. Then back here, go ahead and take this and rotate this 180, and then collapse it into the back like that. And that's the basic Road Rocket. Robot mode. Yeah, Road Rocket. Again, very red, some blue highlights here and there, metallic blue, and a new, very ninja-esque face. You can see right there, very nice looking face with a very light blue eyes there, and blue mask thing. You got the little G2 Autobot symbol, which is really nice. I love that. Seeing the G2 symbols again. Yeah, you got the nice bits of black in here throughout, blue, metallic blue, and then feet and all that stuff. And again, she's got the backpack, but it's a motorcycle. There's only so many places this backpack can go, unfortunately. So there's that. But yeah, overall, it's pretty much, other than the head, it's a straight repaint of RC. There is no real differences as far as I can tell, other than the head molding wise. Yep. Still looks good though. I still really like this figure. I know a lot of people were kind of down on it, in part because it's not really Prime RC. It's all wrong, but it's still a good toy regardless of that, I feel. Yeah, charge just largely looks good. Once again, you can take the front wheel off like that and split it open. You can leave it as is right there. But you can split it open. There's no paint on the inside of this one, unlike the RC version, unfortunately. But you can split it open, have her hold it if you want, like that. Looks a little goofy. I guess it can be a drone or whatever. Of course, you can have this thing. You can hold that, I guess, like as a shuriken sorts, like that. Or, of course, on the side of the arm, like that. Or, of course, the split apart and then split apart and put it on the side of the arm, which is my preferred thing. I know the original Road Rocket, I'm looking at pictures, had this little like saw blade thing. What I want is an upgrade kit to basically, be able to have like it attaches here or here and just kind of have the little saw blade extension, have this, have it such a way this can actually spin and everything, spin freely and everything. So I'd like to have that if that's possible. I'm going to see if that's a upgrade Evan's working on. But yeah, and also if you want to make it like Road Rocket had the whole wheels behind the head thing. So very much, there's that hole back here, and peg this in, and there you go. That's more evocative of Road Rocket, and that's, I think, my way. Once again, I prefer that a lot, so this is the way I think I'm going to display her. I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything different on the RC now that I have Road Rocket here, and I wasn't going to get Road Rocket. This was just an impulse, like, yeah, why not? I'll just buy Road Rocket. I was at the Walmart, I saw Road Rocket, and I went, yeah, I'll just go ahead and get her. And she's really nice, honestly. Overall, I just really like her. It's still good mold, and I still really like this one. And it's a really good figure, and it's nice and G2-esque, which is great for me because G2s, there's been a nostalgia there. Yeah, so articulation. The head is on a ball joint, so left and right. You got forward and back, although mostly up, and a little bit of wiggle, but kind of limited by the head shape. Shoulders could theoretically go all the way around, but if I have this on there, then they can't. So yeah, they can go all the way around. You got a bicep swivel. You got a swivel. You got a 90-degree bend at the elbow. You do have wrist swivels. I'm not sure if I mentioned that in RCs, but you have wrist swivels there. Knock that off. Yeah, that's the problem. That's one thing I will say. This seems to come off easier than it does on RCs. It's not like RCs was exactly the most secure in the first place, but this seems to come off way easier on Road Rocket, unfortunately. So That's the thing. But yeah, waist swivel's weird. Kind of have to. Yeah, it's just a weird waist swivel. You kind of have to unclip it a bit, and then it works. And you got this weird backward ab crunch. But yeah, that's a thing. Forward on the hips can be pretty far, especially if you go a little outward. You got back again, really far. If you get this backpack out of the way, I believe it's even further. Yeah, you can go pretty far back. You pretty much can kick herself in the head. In fact, yeah, she can pretty much almost kick herself in the head. Outward is pretty far. You got thigh swivel. You got the knees, which unfortunately, this joint is tighter than the transformation joint. So when you try to bend the knee, you might sometimes accidentally start doing that. And then, of course, ankle tilts. You got pretty decent range of ankle tilt. And then you got no forward back on the feet, but you do have this toe joint, which can go up and down. So you got that a bit. So there you go. That's Road Rocket's articulation, which is pretty much exactly the same as RC's. Joints on this are pretty solid for the most part. Pretty solid. I would I'd say they're pretty solid joints. I'm not having any real issues with any looseness or anything. If anything, some of them are just a little too tight. If anything, but yeah. Anyway, comparison real quick. Here she is with RC, which yeah, you can see different paint, different head, but everything else is functionally identical. Get that. And just for the sake of it, here she is with the other Velocitron figures I have so far. There you go. Should you get Road Rocket? Well, a couple things. One, I think it's a fantastic mold. I think the alt mode's great. The robot mode's great. The transformation's fun and really clever, honestly. It has a really good deco, really nice metallic blue and everything. It's got a good head sculpt. I think it just looks great. It might actually be better than the RC, unless you just really want Prime RC. But for a lot of people, the problem there was just they didn't like the fact they didn't like it being called Prime RC because they felt it wasn't close enough to the original show. But honestly, if that's your hang-up, this is a really good way to experience the mold. If that that was upsetting too much to you, if you just really if you're kind of curious about the mold but just don't like that RC, well, Road Rocket here, a good way to experience it. Or I guess Flame War. Flame War is the other one. I'm probably not going to get that one. I don't know. But Flame War is the other way possibly. That's more straight repaint. That doesn't have a new head or anything. But this is a really good way to experience the mold if you just did not like the fact that the other one was called RC from the Prime universe. It's really good. It's fairly evocative of the old Road Rage or Road Rocket. Road Rage is something different. It's evocative of the old Road Rocket and everything. So, yeah, I would recommend picking her up. She's gonna be probably pretty easy to get because there's like 2 per case. So, and she's not the one people are really after. So, I would say this is a pretty good, solid figure. Go pick her up if you see her. It's a fun toy and it's a good look. And yeah, there's nothing really wrong with it. Highly recommended, I think. But, yeah, that's it for this one. I hope you found this informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitter, my Nemesis Prime 1, and check out my Coffee and Patreon. And I'll see you next time with another video review.